Well, where to start this weekend? Liam Williams' yellow card for his tackle on Sexton, or Porter's tackle on Josh Adams? Plenty to discuss in this week's Whistle Watch. Well, what a first weekend to the Six Nations. Now, let's not waste any time. After answering your Emirates fans' questions, I will go against you in an anagram competition. But before that, let's start off with Whistle Watch. Well, I have missed this because we didn't have Whistle Watch last week because there were no games. But this week, let's start off with Liam Williams' yellow card for his tackle against Sexton. Now, the clear message we've been trying to get players to do is to make an attempt to tackle lower. So Liam Williams makes an upright tackle. Now, at the moment, there's nothing illegal in that. It all to do then if there is a high degree of danger, if there is recklessness, if there's foul play and contact to the head or the neck area. So this is not a red card. Let's get that very clear, because there is a very low degree of danger, as you heard the referee quite clearly and well explained as well. Sexton is carrying the ball. Sexton then goes lower and his head then is leading into Liam Williams as well. So because of that, because Liam Williams doesn't lead with the shoulder, although there is contact with the head, there is no red card and it mitigates down to a yellow. Now, some people have been saying, well, yellow's a bit harsh. Maybe it is, but the key message is get your tackles lower, don't run that risk. So this is a yellow card, or may have been a penalty another day, but a yellow card is certainly not the wrong decision. Right, next up is Andrew Porter's tackle on Josh Adams. Should it have been a yellow card? Let's have a look. So Porter is on the ground. He slides on the ground, which means he's off his feet. So he now cannot tackle anybody on the ground or who are on their feet. So he tackles Josh Adams. Now, Josh Adams does then try to jump because the player is on the ground. So it probably looks a lot worse than it is, but it is an illegal tackle. So it is a penalty and it's nothing more than that. Now then, a lot of you have been asking me on Twitter, and have been debating amongst yourselves on Twitter about the James Ryan steal on the throw-in with Wales attacking about 10-15 metres out of the Irish try line. It's a great steal. But what people have been asking was he thrown across the line out? So when James Ryan goes up with the ball, does he get the ball first and then goes across? If so, it'll be play on. As long as he doesn't land on somebody and it becomes dangerous or foul play, then that will supersede the steal in the line out. Or if he's thrown across and then wins the ball, then it should be a penalty. And to be honest, I've been looking at this and thinking, do you know what? I don't know. It's one of those really, really tight ones. So I would say here, and if a referee is not sure, the philosophy of refereeing is play on if it's not clear and obvious. So this one here is a really, really tight decision, and play on, I would say, is the right outcome, because it's very difficult to see whether he was thrown across first before winning the ball. But if he is thrown across first and then wins the ball, then it's the being thrown across that comes the first offence. So there you are. Have a look at it again. Let me know what you think. France-Italy. Oh, what a game that was, isn't it? Yeah, that was a close one. Olivon's yellow card, which resulted in a penalty try. Now, there's a little change in the way they referee the maul this year. So when you have a maul now, a defending team will obviously try and defend that maul and will try and turn the maul, because if you turn the maul and the defending players are sort of on the ball carrier side, as long as they don't detach, they're doing nothing wrong. And then when the ball comes out and they detach afterwards, then although it looks like they're offside, they are not. So that's where you see the defending team trying to turn around. So what they've decided is that if then the attacking team may have detached from the maul, but they're in the same lane moving forward, that means it's the same maul. So in this instance, the referee calls it the same maul, and because it's the same maul, Ovilon then illegally takes it to the ground. So hence we have a penalty and a yellow card. Now the question is, which has caused a little bit of debate, was it a penalty try? You can't really argue it wasn't, I suppose, because what you need to ask yourself is, if Ovilon hadn't done that, would Italy have probably scored? That's the key word, probably. Not maybe, not possibly, not definitely, probably. And remember as well, if you gave a penalty try and you identify the individual that caused it, then there has to be a yellow card. That is in the law. Now, even if there wasn't a penalty try, Ovilon may well have had a yellow card if the referee felt it was a professional foul and a negative play in illegally bringing down the ball. Now then, let's move on to your Emirates fans questions. Here we go, top 14 rugby. If someone has an explanation on this new combination, we are interested. This is good, isn't it? Hey, but an interesting point for you here. Imagine that team was just about to score a try and this happens and prevents the try scoring. What would happen then? Well, I'll tell you what would happen then. The referee would award a try if a try would have probably been scored. Or if he'd have come down and would have prevented a defender from tackling him, which meant a try may not have been scored, then the referee will rule on the outcome of what he thought would have happened next. Very interesting, right? But that's a good combination. Nobody was expecting that. At Jamie95 jokes, what's the best way to calm yourself before a very important nervous match? Everybody's different, I guess. I was a little bit more chatty and have a joke and a laugh. I would listen to music, I'd be pretty relaxed, chat to people, go out on the field, have a walk about. I sort of never really got very nervous. Got a little bit of butterflies in my stomach, but more to do with excitement than nervousness. But then once kickoff started, once you walked out in the tunnel onto the field, then you switch on and focus. But before the kickoff, I was pretty relaxed, and that's the way I approached the game. But every referee is different. At MCA312, when's Netflix going to pick up Owens Farm? Well, you can't compete with Clarkson Farm. Hey, but got some nice cows in mind. Oliver Kearsley asks, can you explain why a charge down is not a knock on? Well, because it says in the law book, that's why. No, so when a team kicks a ball, a player can charge it down, which means he's not trying to catch the ball, he's trying to charge it down. So basically what you need to look out for is when the ball is kicked, the ball is actually travelling upwards and the player comes to charge it down. That is deemed to be a charge down, not a knock on, because you're not trying to catch the ball, you're just trying to charge it down. So same in this instance. The intention of the defender is to charge it down, not to try and catch it, and then it becomes a charge down and play on. Thank you for your Emirates fans questions. Now, the return of the Six Nations has put me in a very competitive mood. So here is a challenge for you, what I call the Owens anagram. Well, the challenge is simple. I'm not sure if these will be simple, but the challenge is a number of rugby-related anagrams will appear on your screen and you must figure them out before I do. So let's get started. Anagram number 1, the law switch. Yeah, I get this one. Whistle watch, correct? Anagram number 2, newer Vandramed. Oh, well, after the weekend, I got this one. And I'm not very good at anagrams, but I got this one. Duan Vandermeer. Oh, what a try that was, huh? Oof. Anagram number 3, crowd yell. Yellow card. Anagram number 4, slow engine. Slow engine. Clue? Former referee. Yeah, very good. Me, Nigel Owens. I want that slow. Anagram number 5, one Taunton dip. Yeah. DuPont, Anton DuPont. What a player he is. Ruder family. Ruder family. Clue? Iconic stadium. Murrayfield. Oh, not bad. 4 out of 6, 2 with a clue. How many do you get? Let me know. Another week, another episode of Whistle Watch done, and let's hope for another great weekend in this week's Six Nations. So anyway, enjoy the weekend, but until next week, bye-bye for now.